Okay, everyone. I'm so glad you're here. One of the things I read recently, and I want to share this before we get started, kind of frame things. It says, our greatest challenge is self-limiting beliefs. Our greatest challenge is self-limiting beliefs. So before we get started, I wanted to ask everyone to have a very open mind because I'm going to be going to some areas that aren't traditional in terms of marketing and ways by which to reach our customers. I'm going to be talking about some things that you're going to probably go, why aren't I doing that already? Kind of stuff, right? So have an open mind and then allow for any self-limiting beliefs, anything that might have you saying, I can't do this. I just want to share that you don't always have to. Everybody good with that? Okay. Know that you can get this stuff done. It doesn't have to be you doing it. It could be someone, right? Someone can help you get some of this stuff done. I'll be a part of that. So I'm going to be showing you some tips and some tools, some tricks and some templates that if you say, man, I've never seen it before, then know that I've seen them before, so I can help you with it. All right. So I'm going to jump in and get started. I'm going to pull up my screen here, share the screen real quick. Make sure everybody can see it. Can everyone see this okay? Yes, yes is okay. Great. So here's what we're going to be talking about today. And then I got some bonuses for you. So, what I want to do is I want to go off of, I like to work. If I see a mistake, I can fix it right there. But if it gets a little bit too clicky, if you guys see stuff and it's moving around, I just wanted to show you that I'm using this particular style because it allows you a significant amount of flexibility. All right. But if it gets a little bit too clicky, if you see how this stuff is moving around, when I show you what we're going to be using on how to build these landing pages lightning fast, then I can literally show you right away because it's still in development mode. Is that fair enough? Okay, cool. All right, so one, how to build landing pages lightning fast. Because when we talk about turning clicks into customers, we're going to be going out and utilizing our landing pages, right, as the opportunities for them to be salespeople for us, right? We can get out there and really start converting a lot of stuff as we have different messages going out via our landing pages. So I'm going to show you what I use, may even do some demonstration. I got room for demonstrations at the end. It depends on the time. And then I want to show you also where to find some top converting marketing funnels. I have a lot of stuff that I use as examples so that we don't have to recreate the wheel. This is something I find often that people are just going out there doing all this new stuff. And it's like, oh my gosh, I've never seen anything, I want to recreate the wheel. But sometimes we can use an example, everybody, that looks really, really good. We like the way it's styled. We like the colors and all of that kind of stuff. And I'm just going to suggest to you that we don't copy it, air quotes, but that we model it. We take the good stuff that we like the way it's designed, we like the way the pictures hold up. And then what I'm going to show you is how we can do it in the funnel builder that I use, and then how probably if you use a different funnel builder or a landing page builder, how you can do it too. Everybody good? So I see some heads going up. Okay. All right. Next is I want to show you how I'm using AI to create headlines, how I'm using AI to understand a lot of stuff that's going out there in current time. Now, I'll show you the difference between the chat GPTs of the world and some of the other stuff that's out there. That'll allow us to create headlines that are keyword centric, that are really out there and in what people are already searching for. I'm going to show you some of those tools as well, right? And then ways to create some funnel designs that drive customers to click. One thing that I noticed, and this is something that I have been noticing over the past year, is sometimes we go out there and we don't have an understanding of the flow of what exactly it is we're trying to do with our pages. Everything on page, and I'll demonstrate this as we go along, everything on page is designed to flow to get people to the next paragraph, to get people to the next call of action and all that kind of stuff. But oftentimes we just go put a whole bunch of stuff up there and we build it the wrong way. And then when people don't convert, they don't come from, from clicks to customers, then we're kind of going, what's going on? So I'm going to show you a couple of things that I think that will really, really help you in there too, right? So next one, lead gen. Now, somebody called me up and says, hey, what's lead gen? So I just had to break that out. I think lead generation strategies to get customers to your pages. Everybody understand what lead gen is? Am I in the right room? Everybody? I'm just, okay. All right. I see a couple people I can't see, so let me close something out right here. All right, cool. All right, now let's get into part one. Part one is finding people. Who's having any trouble finding people for their products and services? Be unafraid. I'm looking at, oh, I got one more coming. Hold on. Anybody having trouble finding people? All right, let me see who's in the chat real quick, y'all. Aubrey says me. Dr. Gainell says me. I hear my dog is barking. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that was earlier. Fix my, okay. All right, so me. All right. All right, so what I want to do is I want to share some strategies. As we go along, I'm going to share some strategies, and I, depending on the time, how we're doing on time, I want to show you some things that I have found to be very, very useful in finding where people are. And it's all going to be based on where they're currently searching and where we could look at to get some of the customers. Somebody says, yep, I could use more customers, so that we can get them over to ourselves. Having a pipeline of customers are going to be key. All right, so let's jump into part one. I've got some things here I want to show you how to build the landing pages, right? So now, here's what I use. I use System.io. In fact, what you'll see right now is System.io instead of PowerPoint, right? I, for some reason, have gotten it, and I just don't like PowerPoint anymore because it just doesn't allow me to do some stuff. So what I use now is I'll use a landing page builder to just put up what I'm trying to talk about, right? So I stay on track. I got my bullet points and all of that kind of stuff. Plus, it works very, very, very well when I want to go back and all that kind of stuff. I just have to scroll, right? So that's something that you can use as a tip. Now, I'm going to show you as we go into this how I build these. This, in essence, right here that you're looking at is a landing page. And I specifically wanted to use this to do our talk today because, again, like anything that you're presenting out there, you can build it very, very quickly. It took me nothing to go ahead and put this as a picture onto the page itself, right? And if you notice how it's clicking around here, then I just loaded it up as a picture, and I'll go into that a little bit more depth, right? And then how to find these marketing, how to find top converting marketing funnels. Here's what I want to show you. And I'm going to go, and right now I'm going to literally go to Perplexity, which is an AI that I use that I've been really, really falling in love with. I love ChatGPT, but I'm falling in, if I may use those. Let me see if my wife is really, she'll be okay. I don't think she'll be mad at me saying I'm falling in love with this product, and I'm going to show you why here in a second. Here's what I have noticed. Look at this. This right here is a pretty standard landing page where you're giving some value. You got a book that you're going to give away to get emails, right? Creating landing pages that convert by you literally giving something away. Everybody's seen these kind of things before? Had these downloaded before? Okay, great. Pretty easy, pretty simple. But once we get into pushing these out a lot and we start getting emails, then we can follow up with people. It's going to be very, very important to have a builder that allows you to do something like that for, I call it pennies, because the amount I can put out there for what it costs me. That makes sense? And then here, finding the right design to model. This is something that we talked a little bit about, and I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate that here in a second. I use a lot of services. I'm going to show you some that really, really work well. And you'll get an idea of what that looks like. And then using the chat GPTs. Everybody's heard of chat GPT by now? Everybody? Okay, I see a couple of heads going. Everybody's heard of chat GPT, but this one I'm going to show you, that's going to be nice. And then this is what I'm going to use is a lead generation tip. So these are just basically the overview. And then I'm going to go into demonstration mode because I want this to be more than just information today. I want you to be able to say, I learned something and I now have a bit of a skill. I now know where to go. I now know what to use, and I know how to use it. Is that fair enough? Can I give you a skill today? Okay, good, good. All right. Now, first things first. System IO, right? You're looking at it right now. I am literally using System IO. I'm going to go ahead and save anything that I haven't already done. And what I want to do is I want to go back and show you how you can build really, really quickly, as we had talked about here, right? Now, whatever you use is totally up to you. What I want to do is just show you how I get in there and start making a difference. So I'm going to go here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to create a funnel, right? It does a lot more, but I just want to show you how quickly I can create this. This is the one I'm on right now. I'm on the FAQ page, which I created earlier, but watch this. So I'm going to go ahead and really, really simply create something. Let's say marketing test. So I'm naming it. Key consideration. It often asks you, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to accomplish? Are you trying to build an audience? Are you trying to sell a product? The reason, or are you custom? Or run an evergreen webinar. Now, I've used it for each one of these things, but I wanted to show you. Let's see what I got in the chat. Hold on a second. I don't know yet, Kate, if I'm going to share this. I don't know. Probably you'll get it if you promise that you won't, like, go out there and sell with it. So probably. So watch this, everybody. How quickly we can build a landing page so that we can use those landing pages to get out there and start having people look at them, see them, and then start clicking on them and get them into what we want to do is to convert them from clicks to customers. All right. So here's one: build an audience, right? What that does is when I say I'm going to build an audience, it gives me specific kind of templates, right? So let me go ahead and save that. What it'll do is save it for me. I'm going to open it up. Now, again, everyone, I'm going kind of fast because I want to show you the big view, right? What can be done. And then if you need help with it, then I'll show and I'll build these with you, even if you're using something else. All right, now here's the great part. See what happens when we're able to build pages, build these landing pages. We can get them built based on an idea and get them out into the wild to see if our idea can convert. Now, I know all of y'all, if I'm not mistaken, all of y'all have ideas galore. If you're an entrepreneur worth your salt, you're getting ideas every day. Can I get an amen, somebody? Right? Or whomever you pray to, Buddha, whatever. Right? So, okay. What would it be like to be able to take an idea and within that same day, right? I get ideas typically about 3 or 4 in the morning. Within that same day, I'm able to get it out there to test it, to see if it works. See if anybody will raise their hand and says, I want that, or will they give me their email or whatever it is, right? So watch this. First things first. It asks you, all right, what do you want to build? A squeeze page and a thank you page. You go, oh, what's a squeeze page, right? Squeeze page is just the first page that squeezes an email out of people. But it also can be called opt-in pages. It's being called landing pages, same concept. But what happens is, look at this, very, very quickly. Remember how I said at the beginning, we're going to show you how to create something fast. All right, now look at this. It gives us templates that we can use. Go here. Now you may see something in there that you say, well, I like that, right? Based on what you're trying to do. Travel business. I think Aubrey has a travel business, right? So happiness is traveling. So we might want something like that. Let's say you have a business where you want to show a little bit of your product or yourself, whatever it is. We then have an opportunity to go in here. This is what I use personally for all of my building. And I wanted to be able to show this to you so that you can go out there, take a look at it, and decide if you want to create with it yourself. So let's just go and find one, and I want to pull it up and show you the things that can be done with it. Okay, so that's the one that we had here, right? Let's go ahead and select that one. Now, the very first thing it says is, well, do you want this to be called squeeze page? You can say anything, right? You can say book landing page. Now, don't everyone, I ask that if I spell something wrong, don't laugh, because I got this usually I have Google that'll correct stuff for me, but well, anyway. So book landing page, let's go ahead and save that. Watch what happens. All right, so it's basically saying your very first page, which was called squeeze page, is now called book landing page, right? Then it says, okay, save, yep, I want to do that. I don't want to change template. I want to go ahead and look at it. It's giving me a URL path because however you sign up with it, it basically says, hey, here's the standard thing that we're going to give you. Now I've got different, when I go in here and I am editing, I got a whole lot. I got probably 140 different URLs. So I use different ones based on what I'm trying to do. But for our purposes today, this is fine. So if you notice, it allows us to go and edit the page. I'm just going to show this really, really quickly, give you the big view, and then we're going to go in and show why something like this is important. Everybody with it? Yeah? Okay. All right. Now, some of you have already seen this because I've shown you some of the things that before. But look at this. Pretty clean, pretty easy. It gives us really easy opportunity to pull stuff in. This particular case is saying, hey, this is the book, but I can change this book out. Let me go ahead and show you some of my, or put in a different book. So it's got this book right now. I don't want it in there. So I want to pull in another book, right? So it says, go ahead and upload a file. So I'm going to pull in one of my other books that I have personally. And this is what it does for you too, right? It says, okay, what do you want to put in there? Let's go ahead and try that one. All right, upload it up. Okay, really easy. Let's put it in there, insert. So just that quickly, I've been able to put something in that you may or may not want. Now, what I would do, I wouldn't leave it like that. I would probably take it over to Canva and remove the background. But for our purposes today, this is how quickly we can do it. Now, again, how we can build a landing page fast. That's why I'm showing you this, how we can build it fast. Now, I can go in here and I can say, well, I want this to be a different size. I can resize it if I want to. Here's an opportunity to resize it. Watch this. I can make it bigger if I want to, or I can make it smaller. Right? Depending on what I've chosen, then it allows me to do a whole bunch of cool stuff. Now, here's a really good part. And I want to show you this because this is the money part. Let's say, for example, I have this one. Where do I have this one? This is my own stuff, right? So I don't have it on Amazon or anything like that, but I want to put a link. So I can literally go here and I can literally link that to where they can buy it from me, right? Now, in this case, if we're giving it away for free, then we're going to allow them to download it for free in essence, right? So let's say, for example, we had our book, this book, because we're giving it away. We had it in Drive, right? Everybody know what Google Drive is? Let me hold on a second. Let me see if I can put it in a different view because I can't see everybody. Yes, everybody says yes. I said yes. Okay, great. So let's assume that we have it in Google Drive, right? So then we go ahead and put this in Google Drive because we're going to allow them to download it. We would change all of this stuff. As you notice, this allows us to, again, create fast because I want you to be able to go out there, get an idea, push it out there, and have it be able to help your business grow, right? Because we're trying to turn clicks to customers. So we're giving them value. Everybody heard this stuff. This is kind of like, old hat in the marketing space. Give value. Law of reciprocity works. And then they do some things. But what we can also do is all of this stuff right here allows us to put links in. This is one of the key things I want everyone to see. So let's say I have this book here and I change it out and says, okay, get of our other products. I'm just, low cost or something like that, right? So now let's say I have this one right here that I'm going to give away for free. But then at the same time, I say, you know what? I don't want to give everything away for free. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab some of this. I just want to show you this really quick. And I'm going to link it to what I now want to sell, right? So let's say I want to sell, let's go to Amazon. Can everybody see it all right? All right. So let's say, I don't know, we can find something, all right? And I'm going to show you this stuff a little bit later. Here's some stuff I was looking at. Let's see, let's say I want to go book, right? So books. All right. So now I want to go to books. I want to give Lisa Jules' book away or something like that. Let's find one over here. Buy back your time. I like that. All right. So buy back your time. Now watch this. I'm going to grab this link. Now I'll show some of you all this a little bit later, but if you were an Amazon associate, which is free to become one, you can literally sell this anywhere you like. So let's go here and assume we're going to sell this in addition to our giveaway, because we're giving something away. Always give yourself an opportunity for people to buy from you. Am I going at a good pace, or am I going too fast? So what we're doing is we're maximizing our chance to earn for our business, because we're not only giving something away of laws of reciprocity, but then we're going to go here, let's say, we're going to grab that link. This is my link here. And then we're going to go back over to the editor. Remember right here, we're going to plug that in. Now we have literally, let's go ahead and hit save. Now what we have done is now made this. You see how that little line underneath it? That shows you that it is now linked to something else. So we're giving this away. Now keep in mind, we're creating quickly, y'all. We're creating quickly. We got ideas for our business, but we're creating quickly. We're able to go in here and create this quickly. We can get rid of anything that we don't. Let's go ahead and save changes real quick. All right. So now I have a book that I'm giving away, and then I have an opportunity for them to buy from us. Is everybody with that? Now just put a couple dollars in your pocket, hopefully, with that idea alone. Just that. All right. So that becomes one of the opportunities that we can very, very quickly create stuff. Now, let's say, for example, I'm going to save changes here because we're going to come back to that. Let's say, for example, I'm going to come out of here. I'm going to go back over to where I was, go over to my page. Let's see, here we go. It is. Just go and look at the page. Now, I can do two things. I want to show you this really quick. I can just view the funnel, right? But I like to mess around with it even as I'm doing stuff like this. But I can just go ahead and view it, and it'll show me without all the clicky stuff going around here, right? No big deal. No harm, no foul. But anyway, so one of the first things I want to show you is how we can create really, really fast. Does everybody agree that that was kind of fast? I can't see anybody. Let me put a different view here. Okay. Yes. Yes. Kat says yes. All right. So we can then create something very, very fast. It's one of the first promises that I wanted to make. It says how we can build landing pages fast to convert them to what we wanted them to do, right? One, give something away, right? Now, one of the great things about why I like to use System.io is that they allow you to test drive it with limited functionality for relatively free or for free, right? And I like to test everything for free. So I go in there and I test all this stuff out. And if I make one dime, then I go ahead and get it, right? So we know that we can build stuff really, really fast. Now, I'm kind of skilled at this, so I probably built it faster than, most people. But here's the thing. When we are in these kind of pages, the reason why that stuff slows us down is because we don't have examples of what I want my page to look like. Would everybody agree that sometimes that can be difficult? You're just sitting there kind of going, oh, I don't know how to design this thing. Okay, yep. I see a yep there. Yep. So now what we want to do is I want to show you something. I want to show you where to find top converting funnels. And we're going to use some AI for this. Is everybody all right with that? AI? Don't be scared. This is good. Chat GPT is one, but I found one that I love better. And I'll show you why. Check this out. So this one's called perplexity.ai. So hopefully you're writing notes. Perplexity.ai. The great thing about Perplexity is now this is the free version. Remember how I told you I like to hold my chips. But if it earns me a dime, and it already has, so I'll buy the $20 a month thing, right? So get this. So Perplexity says, hey, ask me anything. So of course, I think Chat GPT it's no different. Chat GPT, the limitations of it is that it stops at 2021 in terms of knowledge, whereas this one is live. It's a little bit similar to Bing. Bing is kind of hard to get into sometimes. And Bing, I noticed from my taste, I don't like Bing because Bing kind of got mad at me once because I said, no, Bing, that's not what I wanted. It says, maybe you ought to try back later. So I was like, okay. This one allows us to literally get in and ask any. So I'm going to ask it. And what are we talking about? We were saying that we were going to ask what were the top converting funnels. All right. So tell me, watch this. What are the top converting landing pages of 2023, right? And let's see what it says. So I asked a question. This again is ChatGPT like, but watch what happens when we click this little button here. Is everybody with that? Y'all watching? Look at this. So first things first, here are the best practices for creating high converting landing pages in 2023. Now, if this was ChatGPT, it would say, well, I only go up to 2021. I don't want 2021 stuff because that's old. I want now. This is one of the beauties of using this. This is free as well. They give you so much that you can use it, right? And then it says, hey, you've used up your credits, whatever. But I use a couple of different, I use our Otterbridge. I use my Randy at Otterbridge Business Institute, and I sign up so I get free stuff for, anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about? Okay. So look at this. It tells me, here's where I got this information from. So we sometimes now can go and dig a little bit deeper, whereas ChatGPT will just give you the answer. So then it says, here are some best practices. Now it's giving me a little extra. I didn't even ask for this, but it's saying have a clear value proposition, a call to action, right? Okay, that's fine. Focus on one conversion action. That's what a landing page is for. It's not a website. It just says do one thing. And then it's giving me information, right? It's saying, okay, this is what you do. Now, I didn't specifically ask for that. I says, tell me what are I guess maybe that's why I spelled it wrong. What are the top converting landing pages of 2023? Then it goes down and says, here's a related thing that I hadn't even asked for. This is the beauty of it. What are some common mistakes to avoid? How to measure success of a landing page? This is stuff that I want to know, and you'll want to know, right? Somebody who says they're using ChatGPT today. Well, I pretty much guarantee once you start using Perplexity, you might quit ChatGPT. I'm saying it's on notice for me. I'm just telling y'all being 100. Okay, so listen to this. What are some effective call to action phrases? Oh, wait a minute. I didn't even ask for that, but it's giving it to me because I might want to know this. Top converting. So now here we have. Now keep this in mind, everyone. So first, we now can create really, really fast, right? Then we ask a question of our AI to find us some top converting landing pages. Why? Because we want to model. So that's one of the key things I want to show you. First, how do we do it fast? Ourselves. And then where do we find them? So look at this. 10 great landing pages, examples that convert. That's exactly what I asked for. Let's go ahead and go over there. So then get this key thing, not ChatGPT-ish. This is in 2023, current time, using a little bit of AI, our own brain power, the questions that we ask. It gave me all kind of cool stuff. Watch this. Now I want to go here and go, okay, great. I'm looking down here. I'm seeing if anything's interesting. I go, okay, great. Here's an example here. Then look at this. So now I literally have to sit there and go, all right, what's top converting and why? I could have asked Perplexity and why. Explain your reasoning, and it will give me an answer. Then I just go and test it out. I look at it. I says, what's converting well? Why do they think so? It's blue color. It's pretty simple. It's got some coloring here that's not offensive. All these kind of tips and tricks and templates for us to now model, not copy, right? Everybody agree we're not going to plagiarize nothing. Can I get your agreement? I'm going to look at the chat. I want some yeses. Right? So we're not going to plagiarize. We're just going to be inspired by, right? And I like to use the Kobe example. Kobe was inspired by Michael. He did the same thing. He practiced the same way, and he got 5 rings. Just saying. So now we get a chance to go down, take a look at these. All right. Okay, great, great. I see what they're doing here. And then I want to show you something a little bit later of how we can look at this and ask ourselves a question. Is it something that, based on what we have to build with, is it impossible for me to build this? And I'm going to show you, when I show you side by side what is happening, picture, words, they use 2 boxes, and then I go back and literally demonstrate it for you. You'll see what I'm talking about here. All right, so now we got this, right? It's telling us all these different ways and what is working well for others for us to be inspired by. Now look at this page, growth sprints, B2B landing page example. Why does this work? We're constantly asking ourselves that. Right? It says, while one of the homepage, landing page, is giving us information. So now Perplexity has sent us in the right direction. We asked a question, I need something to model what's top converting and why, and it's telling us. Is everybody with that? All right, we got more stuff for you. All right, look at this. Why is that converting? People like pictures. People like to see, things being differentiated. Now imagine our pages having this kind of approach. We're getting pictures. We're saying this is why you want to choose our business versus their business, because their business is on the down and ours is on the up, whatever it is. We are now using stuff like this to get examples that we don't have to crack our brains anymore and recreate the wheel. Recreating the wheel days are over. We look at what's working, what people are already searching for, and then we say, I want that. And then we build it. Or if we have somebody building it, we say, I want this, build it for me. Here's the tools, go. Any questions on that? Anybody? I'll pause a little bit because I told you if I start slobbering at the mouth, I'm getting excited because this stuff right here is everything, everybody. Okay, so now let's jump off that. We've got a couple of examples, right? Perplexity has given us some good stuff. But let's say we say, Perplexity, this is fine. I see some other practices here. Landing page designs, that's fine. Actionable, this is fine. Let's go and check these out, right? So now this is word stream. So it's also giving us where this stuff is. Unlike ChatGPT, which doesn't always give you the pages it found the information, that's a key thing. Because sometimes ChatGPT will get you wrong. It'll be talking about stuff you're going, I never said that. Where do you get that from? And then it won't tell you. Whereas this one gives you the page where they found the information, which is great for us because now we can back up what we're doing, and that gets us plagiarism free. We can go and says, well, from wordstream.com, I found. Okay. All right. Look at this. Look at this. Last updated February 12th, 2023. Real time. That's one of the key things. Real time. All right. So it's telling us 11 landing pages trends to watch for and try when? In 2023. Current stuff. Look at this. So now it's saying, wow, hey, these are working. These are converting. And then we look at them and go, well, I don't seem too hard. Let's see what I got here. I got a picture here. I got some words here. And I got a vibe. I got some call to action buttons here. Modelable, right? Next one, we go, okay, what's happening here? This looks kind of fancy. But then I might be able to go over to Canva, which I'll show you a little bit later, how we can build stuff like that and put it in as a picture. We keep on going. It says, well, I wonder why this is converting. Look at this. Simple, streamlined design. Simple. Look at this type form. Easy survey maker. Ask with style. Why is it converting? Because people don't always want rigmarole. They just want easy. I know I do. If you too much friction, I don't want it. This one, it tells you why is this converting? It has a monochromatic background. In other words, it has a color that does not offend the eyes. Stuff like this. I think I saw this. Dr. Gaynell, I think yours had this on it, right? So this right here is literally telling us where stuff is, but let's go deeper. Let's go deeper. Because based on what we talked about, right? How we wanted this thing to look, how we says where to find top converting funnels to model. We're going to use Google and ask the question, or we're going to go right to Perplexity and ask that question, all right? So let me go back over here. So now I want to ask a deeper question. That says, okay, what if I asked Perplexity another question? It says, tell me the ROP converting landing pages to 2023. It says, ask a follow-up question. It says, how easy is it to build one of these? All right. Now we're just playing around, asking it more questions so it can go deeper. And then it just gives us more information. That's why it's jumping like that, because it's literally going down here, right? So it's giving us deeper information. It's telling us what kind of technical skills are needed, copywriting, stuff that we may not have never and ever thought of. And then it's also telling us where to go to understand it better. So when I told you all from the beginning that I want to share things with you, that by the end of today, you have a skill that you can literally say, I not only just have information, but now I know how to acquire the things I would need to build this stuff out. That's my hope for today. All right, let's go and try something else. All right, now let's get back to the beginning. Go back over here. Everybody get that? Everybody understand that we're going to be using Perplexity. We're going to be using Google, and we can ask questions of Google and Perplexity. I like Perplexity, quite frankly, because Google gives me a whole bunch of ads and all that stuff, and I don't want all that. Let me see in the box over here. Everybody got that? Yes, yes, yes. Aubrey says yes. Annie says yep. Joan says yep. Okay, great. Now, the other one was, okay, I want to create headlines that do something for me, right? Because sometimes we're sitting there, we're not copywriters, but we want to now ask our chat GPTs and or our Perplexity now to create me a headline that converts. So watch this, everybody. I'm going to go over here and it says, okay, I want a new thread because I don't want it to remember all that stuff. And it says, fine, ask me anything. It says, share with me, if I can spell it right, with me, 10, let's say 10 to 15 to 15, 20 to 15 headlines for our landing pages. Now, keep in mind, everyone, we used to have to think of this stuff ourselves, right? Crack our brains, try to be copywriters, and we don't have to do it anymore. We're just going to ask it to do it. Share with me 5 headlines that convert for our landing pages. Okay. Now, I could have asked it on the back of that other one, right? But sometimes I like to have a fresh ideas. I don't want it like pulling from the other stuff, right? Okay. So let's see what it comes up with. Now, check this out. Now, again, I'm about to start, slobbering at the mouth because I'm excited. Look at this. Here are 15 headlines that convert for landing pages based on the search results. Unlock the secrets. And then it tells you, put your benefit here. Now, the Spring GRs know we talk about benefits and we talk about features. But when we talk about converting, people want to hear, what is it going to do for them? What is it going to do for them? What is the benefit? So it's literally telling you, watch this, everybody. This is why I get super excited. Watch this. Unlock the secrets, right? To your benefit with our, and then your product or service. So now keep this in mind. We've got how we're trying to turn clicks into customers. Now we're literally talking to them. We've discovered that we can create very, very quickly. We discovered that we don't have to create out of our own brain power, that we can use examples. And then this third one, now we have it giving us things to say that will convert, that it has found that it's converting crazy. Yes, it does save the threads in Perplexities or in Perplexity. Yep. And I'll show you this here in a second. So get this one. Number 2 says get benefit, right? Ingest time frame. So now what it's doing for us is it's using all of the stuff that top copywriters that we used to have to pay thousands of dollars for them to write for us. It's doing it for us. I'm just saying, you can go spend thousands if you want to, but I'm gonna keep my chips. I'm just saying. I ain't calling nobody out. I'm just saying. But look at this. Get this. So it's telling us. Now I only asked for 10 or 15. So I look at these and I say to myself, okay, now I know how to build them. I can build them fast. I can get these ideas on my head. It can show me some, I can get some examples. Then I can get the headlines. Boom, it could be done by the end of the day, or in most cases before lunch. Just saying. So look at this. Join number of satisfied customers. If you've already got customers in your businesses, it then says join hundreds of people we've worked with, satisfied customers, and experience the benefit. So it's doing all of this heavy lifting. Let me stop there. Who else is excited? Anybody? Nobody's out there excited? I'm excited for you then. All right, I see some clapping. I want to see over here. Let me look at the messages. Yeah, I'm coming up. What did you say? I'm coming up with so many ideas. This is super helpful. Me, yes, me. That's one of the key things about using this as a technology. Now, we got more to go through, and I want to show you, being respectful of time. I didn't realize that, me showing you this stuff would take so long, but I want to get as much into you as possible so that you can literally go and says, I now have a skill. Kind of like if you ever watched Neo in what was the name of that movie? Forgot the name of the movie. Somebody put it up in there. But anyway, he says, I know Kung Fu, right? Because he learned it really, really fast. Watch this. The Matrix. My very first best movie of all time. Anyway. So look at this. Experience, it tells you what to do. We can take some of this, right? And then what I like to do is I'll do something like this. I'll take this, put it back in, and ask it another question based on this. I'll say, okay, here's 15. Watch me go ahead and do this. Watch this, everyone. So I'm just going to copy this, and then so go ahead and copy it. And then I'm going to say, based on these, choose. You don't have to be too exact, right? I just try to be because I don't want to get confused. Based on these, tell me which combo would work best. Okay, Joan, I know you type 100 words a minute. Thank you very much. I do not. So just saying. Y'all bear with me. So which ones would work the best? The best in converting customers. Converting customers. And then watch what I'm going to do. Right? I'm going to literally, boom, plug all the stuff that it just gave me. And then I'm going to say, okay, go. See what happens. Okay, it's not doing what I want to do. It says, okay, try again. All right. So it says clear commit, use clear and concise headlines. So I may say, try again. All right. Well, it tells me, sometimes we get a little bit too cute with it and it goes, I can't do it. But then it at least gives me some extra things that I can look at, that it gives me a direction to go in to figure out stuff. Sometimes I want to show you something a little bit later, how we can use a PDF and we will tell it to summarize this PDF for me and tell me the best based on the summary. All right, let's jump off of this, everybody. Is everybody okay? Y'all with me? See how much fun you can have? Literally, think about this. This is you and AI. Key thing is, it's now you. Instead of having to go off and buy all this stuff from all these different people, you can literally sit in a room and make money. Just saying. Right now, we're going to go deeper into some other things I want to show you that's going to use a little bit of AI. But what I want to do is jump into our next question. All right, here it is. Create funnel designs. We kind of know how to do that. Create funnel designs, just like top converting ones. And then I want to talk a little bit about lead generation strategies. We saw here that we can go to certain sites. And I want to show you a site here right now that I go to. It's called dribble.com. Watch this, dribble with 3Bs.com, and it will show us landing page examples like crazy. Look at this. Look at this, everybody. So it is literally now, this is not ChatGPT or Perplexity taking us here. This is us saying, I know where to go now. And because I want a certain color, maybe it's your brand color, or maybe the idea that you got, you want to try something new. We've already seen the top converting landing pages. So we go, where can I find one as an example? So we go to something like dribble.com, and then it's like tons of them. Look at this. So we go and look at some of this stuff and go, man, I got all these examples. And say you like this one right here. Pop it up. See what it's looking at. See what it's showing you. It's saying, wow. You know, now I look at these things and I go, man, this is pretty good. I get a chance to open it up if I want to, or call the guy if I want to. Says, hey, you know, this is beautiful. This right here should not only give you places where you can go to be inspired, but it also should give you an idea. I'm going to show you something a little bit later, how you can use sites like this to put your stuff to then drive people back. So we're going to use it as a search engine, right? Kind of like Pinterest, kind of like Google, but look at what they're doing. This right here is an example for us, right? They're just showing us money. I don't know about y'all, but there's just money all on the ground. They're saying, hey, look, if you want to contact this person, Telegram, WhatsApp, but then that can be us. They're using this site to show their example, to also give them an opportunity to get paid. And we can do the same thing. Are y'all with everybody with me? All right. Are y'all getting this? Who's not getting it? And that's okay. Look, full transparency. If this is like, understand you get an hour to, I'll work it with you or whatever, but I should be able to tell you enough today where you're going, I got this. If you need someone to kind of walk alongside of you, make sure you actually execute on it, I'm your guy. Okay. Wait till I show you what's coming up. If y'all think this is rock, I'm looking at it, haven't heard of some of these sites. Good information. That's good. I'm getting all of it. You're explaining it well. I appreciate it. I have to contain my enthusiasm, trust, because when we see not only just the AI part, but even some of the other things where we thought we had to come up with all of this, you know, these headlines and copywriting and examples and all that kind of stuff, and we figure out and we don't, that's beyond the AI. And that's just saying, why don't we just use an example and follow that? And that becomes our opportunity. Watch this here. So now we got this, we're getting ideas. We're going, oh my gosh, this looks really, really clean. I like it. How did he do that? Or how did she do that? And I'm going to show you when I look at something like this, I say, oh, wait a minute, that's just a picture. Then I go, oh, these are just words. And then you go, well, how did they create this background here? And then I'm going to show you how we can go over to Canva, build this out, bring it over into whatever system you're using, put it as your background just like this. Right? I mean, and we should be making money every single, okay, I'm getting excited. All right, let me go ahead and go to here, right? Next one. So we talked about this, using the power of artificial intelligence and ChatGPTs to help with the creation and productivity. We all kind of hear that AI is a productivity engine, right? And we now know, and we've now seen other things that it can do for us as much as we want to ask it, right? But now let's get to this question right here. Lead generation strategies. And if you notice, everyone, I have part 1, find them. Part 2, market to them and get and keep them. Right. And then I'm going to show you some of this stuff. That's what's coming up. Maybe we have a chance to take a break in there. Everybody can go to the bathroom and kind of, you know, I don't think anybody in there smokes. They can take whatever break you need and kind of, and then we come back and we jump into some stuff I'm going to show you. Right. Is everybody with me? Can I have that time from you? Hopefully this has been worth your time so far. Let's see. Okay. All right. Great information. Now, here's what I wanted to share with you, everybody, is I want you to get more than information. I always say this, and this is something that personally that I help people do constantly. And I'm not selling my services on today because y'all, know me and y'all know how I rock and how I get down, right? But imagine this. We can be able to now take information all the way to income. That's what I do. I'm showing people this all the time, right? Information is one thing, but that can just get us all up here. And then we don't do the executable steps because somewhere along the line we go, oh, I don't know how to do that, or I don't have somebody to walk alongside of me to keep me accountable. Well, right. You're saying y'all get me. Spring GR is going to pay for it. They have agreed. I already talked to Arlene. She says she will pay for this to help, give you guys an hour of time, and then we can get some stuff created, and then you get the wheel going, right? It's like taking the snowball up the hill, and then somebody forgot to roll the thing. Well, I'm gonna roll it too. Yeah. So you can gather. Y'all get it. All right. So watch this. I want to show you this tool right here because this is a tool that I use to do lead generation. Right. So watch this. Lead generation strategies. I'm going to use trends.google.com. Write that down. I'm going to use Google itself, LinkedIn, Amazon, and another site called Eureka. All kinds of stuff. Etsy. I use Etsy to get and understand where people are where they're already buying, not just where they're at, but where they're already putting their money in. We then look at our product and service and we ask a question of whether it's Google Trends, and I'll show you that here in a second, whether we go into Google first and see what kind of stuff is already being serviced, seeing how many people are going there. We take that information, we can then put it into our GPTs, or we can say, I can build around this information, and in a way, I can do it fast now. I can go and put it out there for testing, all that stuff, all for free. Because trends.google.com does not cost you a dime. Watch this. I'm going to show you. All right, let me close out some of this stuff. So everybody's a good on Dribble with 3bs.com, right? And I'm going to show you another one a little bit later. Here's one called Page Flows. That's another one. All right, if everybody's good with that. Okay, yeah. Okay, great. All right, so when we start talking about lead generation, watch this one. Trends, that's all you do is you go over to Google, trends.google.com, click in here, and I'm going to show you multiple categories. Now, I'll show you one that I typed in because I was looking at it. I was like, I don't have enough hair to be doing a heatless hair curler, but if they're selling, then maybe I can create very quickly a landing page, put information on there, go to Amazon like I showed y'all, grab the link to heatless hair curlers, put it out there, throw some marketing at it, and see if it sells. Watch this. It's showing us. Now, this is another tool right here called Glimpse, but I want to turn Glimpse off because Glimpse, man, it's almost too powerful. It's like having a Ferrari and you're going through East Grand Rapids where it's 25 miles an hour. That's just a shame, isn't it? Just saying. So let me turn Glimpse off because Glimpse will give you just too much. So watch this. This one right here, I just happened to look it up because it came in through Glimpse in my email, and it says, hey, these things are trending up. So, of course, I look at it and go, well, why are they trending up? What's going on? Look at this. See this? It shows nothing, 2020. I guess nobody was curling their hair back in 2020, right? Because we was in the pandemic. Then it spiked. Then it shows an upward trend. So we go, upward trend, huh? Now, two things. It says, well, where? Where is it doing all this? United Kingdom, I'm not there. United States, huh? So then we go and do this. Watch this. Go under worldwide, switch it to United States. United States. See if it says the same thing, right? Watch this, what happens. We look at what is the interest over time. So we might see that it spiked here, but it's starting to go down here. So that gives us at least an opportunity to see if something that is trending is for us. But then this is what we can do for our own products and services. Watch this. Past 5 years, let's say you want to change that and you want to go, I just want the past 12 months to see if this idea that I have or my product or service is trending. So I'm going to change that past 12 months, right? Now, if it was heatless hair curlers, that's one thing, but I want to go ahead and put in my product. Let's say health and wellness. Health, fitness, and well, alternative medicine. So I want to look here and say, what's going on in the past 12 months in this space? So you start seeing, okay, it's trending up. It's starting to go down a little bit, maybe because it's summer. Keep in mind, look, watch this. Look what's this showing us. It's showing us that peak months for us to be doing stuff with our product and service. So that gives us information that we now say, well, wait a minute. I might as well go, on vacation in August and come back in January, because this is what it's showing me. Now, keep in mind that this is showing me this in the United States over the past 12 months. So now I say, all right, trends, well, what else? What if I say diet? Now, watch what I'm doing here. I'm putting them side by side because I kind of want to see how they change up based on health, wealth, fitness, and wellness, if that's your space. So I go, show me some stuff, y'all. Oh, now that's giving me information. Look at this. Health, wellness is doing one thing, but diet is going through the roof. So what should I be selling? What should you be selling? Yes, sell your health and wellness, but also sell maybe diet products and or stuff that people are that's trending now. This is no more guesswork. This is not using the ChatGPT. This is Google Trends. That's free. I'm just going to pause for a minute and let that sink in. Free. That you can get information that then helps you go off and do something particular. Now watch this, everybody. This is going to mess you up. Where is it trending at? Breakdown by subregion. Diet. What? North Dakota? Look at this. Look at this. 20%. I'm pointing at the screen so y'all can't see that. 20% health and wellness, but 80% diet. In North Dakota, what's going on over there in North Dakota? Well, the key becomes, if I'm now creating products and services, maybe you're creating digital products, where should you be selling them? I want to see it in the chat. Where should you be selling them based on this information? Okay. All right. This is it. Right. So now, again, here's what I want to show you. I want to show you the tools that we're using to now go off and, as promised, as I showed you what we're going to be talking about today, is, as we go back to the beginning, lead generation strategies to get customers to our pages. Right. Now, that's all of part one, what we have been talking about. We now are going to use AI. I'm going to show you another tool here in a minute. This is what I do next. Is I say to myself, okay, ChatGPT, you're telling me that this is trending very, very well, but I need more information. I see that it's trending over here in North Dakota, District of Columbia. Look at that, 82% over there, 83% over in South Dakota, North and South Dakota. I'm sending all kind, if I'm you, I'm sending all kind of information on ad, or somehow I'm making sure that my products that is going to be digitally based at first, I'm making sure that they get it over there because they can just pull it up and pay you and do maybe Zoom consultations. So I'm just saying, y'all seeing it? Okay. Am I getting too excited? Because I will now. I have no shame in my game and getting excited when I can look at this and now not have to guess what I should be doing next within my niche, within my framework. I now don't have to worry about, I don't have to guess anymore if I got a market, because it's showing me that there's a market. It's showing me the time frame. I now have the ability to create landing pages and get it in front of people like little salespeople. Okay. I think y'all got it. Kind of quiet in there. If I usually do these live, and by now, room is silent because it's like, oh my gosh. All right, so let's go ahead and continue on. Health, wellness, and fitness. Now, can we do this for multiple things? Absolutely. So it's saying add another comparison. I don't know. We could add anything that we think is adjacent to our niche, We can then put that in there and see what it's doing. Go off and find products and services and or create them ourselves if we have them. Now we can use our chat GPTs to create it quickly. I think y'all get it. All right, everybody ready? I'm ready to jump off this so we can go to something else. All right, now page flows. That's just another one place where we can find landing pages that convert. Pageflows.com. I want you all to see that, pageflows.com. Another one is Page Collective, and then we'll go ahead and be done with this. So go to pagecollective.com. These are all places that we can literally, and this is what they say, hey, listen, get landing page inspiration. We're not cheating. We're not, doing any of that kind of stuff. We're maybe ahead of other people that don't know these things or haven't taken this course. But now, I get them in my inbox. I says, yes, I'll give you my email. But look how they did their landing pages. We can use that as an example. Where they're giving us something that we want. We're more than happy to give them the correct email. So we're thinking that same kind of stuff. We're saying for our customers, our potential customers, give them something that they can't say no to. They'll give us the right email, and then we can follow up and have a conversation with them. That's the key. All right, so let's jump off of this. Let's go back into this. I want to go into part 2. Is everybody good? Anybody need a break? Are we good? Because I got break built into this, but it's a little bit later. Oh, that's what I did want to show you this. I want to show you another tool. This is something that I use constantly, right? And I have found that this particular tool for the price does a lot for me. There's other tools out there. There's like SEMrush, if you've heard of those. There's this one called Ahrefs. All these are tools that crunch what you could find on Google over time. Even now with the chat GPTs, this one gives us more data, and I want to show you this. I happen to be looking up something about philanthropy because I hadn't heard this word before. It was return on mission and return on philanthropy. And I thought, that's interesting. But for our cases, let's just go here. I'm going to go enter the keyword keep in mind, for our niche. So we are going to, let's go health and wellness. Right, this is a tool that'll get us. Now I want all locations because if you're selling all over the world in terms of digital products or whatever it is, then you can sell all over the world, or we could change this to wherever we want it to. United States, but I like to see the overall global, what this keyword is doing globally, and I want to show you some really interesting things that we can do from this. Watch this. Health and wellness, which is a very well-known niche. It's very popular. It is very, and I'm going to show you why you can tell that it's very, very competitive. Watch this, everybody. But I want to see if people are buying. That's it. Health and wellness. It says here that they are being searched out 40,500 times, this keyword itself. So that's giving us closer indication that, well, people are searching for this. But I want to dig in a little bit. So what this does, it says wellness. Wait a minute. Health and wellness is one thing, but wellness is giving me 673,000 searches a month. These are people literally looking for that keyword. And if they're looking for that keyword, it's also telling you they're looking for stuff related to wellness. Big niche. We are going to pull pieces off and talk about it, right? So now it doesn't matter what you are selling, if we can connect it to something like that. Now I want to use like Annie's and what you do. Annie, could you put in the chat the products that you sell? Because I want to just put it in here so that I can see what kind of searches that we're looking at. But in the meantime, let's look at this, everyone. I had never heard, what is biometric screening? I don't know, 18,100 searches. Somebody's doing that. And then it's also saying that it's not that competitive. 40 in green means if I tried to rank for this on Google, first page of Google, some of you all may understand and know what that means, that it might not take that much, right? So look at this one, health and wellness centers. Oh my gosh, maybe I could be an affiliate for health and wellness centers. If I send you customers, will you send me a check? Wellness clinics. But what it's doing is giving us keywords, health coaching. Now, Kate, you're in the health coaching space. It's saying that 22,200 times a month, people are searching for that grouping of keywords. Now I'm going to show you a couple of things you can do with this information. Now, of course, now we got Chat GPT and Perplexity. I'm literally taking this word. I'm saying spiritual wellness. What's that about? Health coaching. And then I'm going to go over to Chat GPT and I'm going to plug in, or Chat GPT or Perplexity. I'm going to say, okay, health coaching is searched out a lot, but I need to be unique because it's a competitive. It's saying it's in the red. It's 56. A lot of people are doing it. But then I'm going to ask them, I'm saying, health coaching, right? So I'm going to go over here, start a new thread, and it says, in the health coaching space, or let's say it's niche, create, watch this, everyone, create an outline for a micro, let's just say micro course. I might be getting too cute here, micro course. Let's see what it does for me. Now, ChatGPT, I know will definitely says, no problem. But look at this. Look at this. This right here is, I should just go take a nap right now because I asked it to create an outline based on information that I know people are searching for a course that I can do like that. Why? Because we know that we can build these landing pages quickly. Get this. So it says, here's an outline for a micro course in the health coaching niche. Are y'all seeing this? It gives me an outline. Right now, this we know is not deep enough. We want to go further. And said, so I'm going to ask it, give me more. And it's doing this little gyrate. That's why it's moving. Doing this gyrations. Okay. All right. So it's basically saying, okay, I give you enough. But now we can then go over to ChatGPT and ask it the same kind of question because we don't have to have something that is up to date necessarily. We just need all of its information. We can ask it to do the same thing. Look at what it's also doing. It's giving us places where they found this information. And I'm going to show you another one that's going to blow your mind. Trust me, it will. It blew my mind. And that's probably why I'm talking so fast. But look at this. So it gives me enough where I can says, okay, in introduction, break that down for me. Give me 5 subheads and it'll do it. Then you say, okay, give me 5 subheads here. And then it does it for you. Are y'all seeing what's possible? Let me see in the chat. Are y'all seeing this? These are the terms I was looking at. I love that I can search by. Yep. By best-selling products. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Hopefully I got enough time, but, I'm good. My bestseller. Okay, yeah. Flower frogs, and mini ceramic houses. Okay, that's what I wanted to see, Annie. I want to see mini ceramic houses. Let me see if I can see what's going on there. Ceramic. Oh, ceramic houses. I hope I still got your attention because there's more. This goes deeper. Don't get too excited and run off and says, okay, Randy, bye. I'm creating. Get the rest. All right, let's see what happens. Mini ceramic houses. Let's see what kind of information it gives us back. Okay, so now look at this. It's saying 200 people are searching a month. 320 people are searching a month. If that's 320 sales, I'll take it. It doesn't have to be huge. In fact, I want to take the collection of the 210, the 260, the 320, and the 110 and watch this, create stuff based on that, because I know those are people that are absolutely searching for what I make. And look what it shows you here, search trends. And I'm going to leave you all links to all of this stuff that I use here, right? I'll leave that a little bit later on. Look at that, February, maybe not enough stuff going on. March, not a lot of stuff going on, but bam, April, May, June, July was down for some reason, but August, whoop, through the roof. So then what you're doing then is saying, well, where are they selling? Watch this. I'm going to go, selling over there. It's showing me the URL, places where it's selling, Pinterest. So I'm going to use that to then model what they are already doing and sell it myself on my own website. And in your particular case, Annie, your own website, or if you're doing pop-ups or whatever it is, right? Because it's telling you that, yes, here are the places that they're selling. I'm going to look at these places. So let's say, for example, we went over to Etsy because we want to see, and I'm sure you've gone over to Etsy already, but I want to see I want to see some examples. And I want to show you something. Right, I'm going to get my calculator out for this. Watch this, y'all. So this right here tells you lead generation. Remember that last part, lead generation. Is it already selling? Where they're at? So it's saying that somebody, this little house here, right? And hopefully this isn't yours because, you know, it don't look like a perfect house, but it's built. Ceramic house, 314 people. Now this right here, 314 people, 314 times 48.79. Now we're making an assumption that it had been, you know, that same price, blah, blah, blah. That's $24,740. That little house right there, right? So now we're looking at prices so we can model. We're saying, well, what about this one right here? It looks like oh my gosh, 1,300 people bought this one at $55. So let's do the math on that. 55.88 times 1.3, oops, 1,000. Oh, I did the math wrong. So 55.88 times 1,300. Is everybody seeing that? That's telling you, oh my gosh, over $60,000 made from that. So now, all this is telling us is that people are buying like crazy in the area that I build in. Just saying. Now they're saying, okay, they're using Etsy, but you start saying, wait a minute, Etsy is their own. That's like renting somebody else's land. I got a landing page or I've got a website. Now I got to go get some of this traffic and drive it to me. But the lead generation part of it is that we see that does it sell before I build anything? What kind, what color, what look, whatever it is. And then we get some of that traffic and siphon it off and get it to us. Is everybody with that? Y'all getting this? Specifically accessories for garden. This is amazing. Fire. So many possibilities. Kate, what does score mean again? Okay, let me show you this. Is this what you're talking about? The score? Score means it shows how competitive the marketplace is if you were trying to rank on Google. Remember, people are searching for it. And it says, well, 36. Not that many people. In other words, it's not that. If it's in the green, it means that you could easily rank for it. I'm going to show you what I mean by this in a minute. Remember, many ceramic houses. Just one tool now. I'm going to go over here to another part of this content. I like the content assistant. Right? I'm going to plug that in, ceramic houses, because it gives me a different piece of information. It says that it's not that hard to rank for because it was in the green. It was 36. If it were, it goes from 0 to 100. Obviously, 100 being like, yeah, you're never going to rank for that, right? They got that on lock. But 36 says I can rank for that. I just got to put information out there that then allows people to see when they type it in, come to my website. Now, this is all organic. We haven't done ads or any of that stuff, y'all. Check this out. Okay, 724. Let me jam a little bit. So look at this. 1,250. It's saying 1,250 word count typically gets you to the first page of Google. Watch that. You see what I'm saying? So this is when people type in that keyword, they go to the first top, and they typically, if you're like me, they buy from the top 4 or 5. It's giving you the must words that you have to have. Now, I use this particular tool because it gives me that kind of information. And then get this. Because we now have the GPTs, we could take these keywords, plug them in, and tell the GPT to create me an article with those keywords. We put it, make sure that it's not, being plagiarized. We'll put it in a Grammarly or something like that. All stuff that we know that we can use really easy. Now the article's done. I'm going to put the article on a couple places. I'm going to show you this in a second. But is everybody with it? Everybody with it? Let me review real quick, and then we'll move on real quick. First things first. How to build landing pages lightning fast. Check. Where to find top converting marketing funnels. Check. how to use AI to create unbeatable headlines. We're going to use it until we find the one that's like fire, and we're going to use that. Ways to create funnel designs and drive customers to clicks. We're going to use information that's out there, showing what's already being bought. Then we're going to our chat GPTs or in Perplexity or whatever. If you're using a different one, go into that one too. Bing, if you're using Bing. And we're going to create these things very, very quick. Now, y'all seeing how you can do that in less than a day. Less than a day. Get it out there. Get it out there for sale. Seeing if people are naturally looking for it because it shows that they are. We're not guessing anymore. It makes everything. Yep, exactly. With the pairing, content, all that. This is so great. Forget about content assistant and pairing. Yep. That's exactly it. And that's why I wanted to do this kind of marketing class, right? I know we had a snafu on, for some people that weren't here, we had a snafu on the link to get to the class, right? Because I had over 75 people that had hit the landing page, right? And then they, somebody was saying that, hey, the dates were wrong and stuff like that, but I'm glad y'all was able to get it because y'all get this information. All right, so now next one, lead generation. Let's go ahead and move on. Let's get into part 2. Everybody good? Because I got a break built in, but we might just power through. Everybody want to just go ahead and power through so we don't have to take a break and we can just get it all in? Yes, let's do it. I'm good to power through. Yep. Okay, great. Awesome. I am too. So part 2, we're going to market to them and get them and keep them. Now watch this. If you all noticed, I was sending out little videos, like little pieces of videos saying, hey, this is what we're going to be talking about in our upcoming marketing class. Everybody see that? Let me see who actually saw that, because I was sending it out on specific sites and stuff like that. And because it wasn't to a whole bunch, okay, I saw it. Aubrey says she saw it. Right? What I was doing was, look at this. Yep, saw it. Saw these little snippets. Now keep this in mind, man. Oh, this is going to be the repurpose opportunity forever. Snippet videos. We do a long video, right? This is you talking about your products, your services, and we've talked a little bit about this. I know Dr. Gaynell, we've talked about it. Terry, I haven't talked to you about it. Kate, I think we've talked a little bit about it. Chris, I know you know this. You're a salesperson, right? But we talk about creating something one time and then pulling it apart and repurpose it forever. Right. So what I did was, now these are using tools that are available to you. I know Snap, CapCut, for example. I know it's a Chinese product, but something go off, maybe your machine shuts down. I don't know. But anyway, it's free, and we can use CapCut. We can use, I think, some of the Apple products have it where you can bring in a big video, take small snippets of it. Now I use apps for this. I got an app right now, and it costs me like, something a month, $29 a month or something like that. And I could take one video and create 16 from it. But we can use the same concept on our own if we want to just go ahead and power through it, right? So we take these snippets. We use the snippets as little marketing pieces, right? We use the video marketing part. We then can drive people to where we want to. If we want to put it on TikTok, I hear TikTok is getting a little funny with you going, off TikTok into your own landing page and all that kind of stuff. But we can use this for reels. We can use this for shorts. Y'all seeing it? And then we can put it on all these different places where we know people that are into our products are, and we're giving them value. Watch this. We're not just saying, hey, come over to my stuff. They're going, why should I? You ain't gave me no value. Right? But we give a little bit of a snippet, showing some things that they can do, showing some possibilities. And they go, wait, what is that? Click over to your stuff. Y'all seeing it? So that's one thing. Do one video. We repurpose it forever. If you want to use the big video for your YouTube channel, that's fine. And then there, put links. We probably don't have time to go into that. But I want to show you some other places that we can put them that we're all probably using. So let's just go over to that right now. So I take that snippet, then I go over here to LinkedIn. Bam. Right? Now watch this, everybody. Now this is just happening. I happen to have it up. But we then can write an article. Get this. Write an article. We can put a link in our article that leads people to a spot. We put a video, give value. all this stuff right here. And I want to show you something that this is sneaky, but it's good. Watch this. We go into manage. We find where it says create newsletter. We then use ChatGPT to create a little, right? Then we put the video. Then we have a link out to where we want people to go. Now, keep in mind, people that are a part of your LinkedIn, they're probably into you, they're probably into whatever you're doing, blah, blah, blah. And now you're just giving them information for free. I don't pay for LinkedIn. Are you kidding me? That's what I'm trying to tell you. So now we got lead generation opportunities from LinkedIn where they are. And of course, if you buy the other ones, you can, they allow you to use Sales Navigator and all that kind of stuff. And that's what you could be doing. Is grabbing people's opportunity, grabbing emails and all that kind of stuff, sending your stuff to them, saying, hey, I got this newsletter I just put out. And you got links all in there. Let's get paid, y'all. I'm just saying. All right, so that's another opportunity. Medium, this is one I want to show you as well. Medium, right? Medium.com. You can create an article, put your link in there, and Medium serves as another search engine to then find people. That's a lead generation opportunity. You just rock out what you want to rock out, talk about your products and service, and if you get excited like I get excited, then you can create a lot of stuff. Now you say, well, you can use ChatGPT or you can use yourself. Watch this. Now here's some good stuff coming. Let me just tell y'all. Go over here to Google. I love showing this part, right? So we go to Google. And you know how your stuff shows up over here on Google, right? You Mac product users, y'all probably got something similar or whatever. You can get over to Google. So watch this. Go to Docs. I showed somebody this the other day. I may have showed a couple. I think I showed you, Kate, didn't I? So what we're going to do is just go ahead and create a blank page. Now, keep in mind, we got these keywords that we got from, whether key search or we got them from Google. We got them from somewhere, right? We then say, well, I want to create my own article because I don't like what ChatGPT is doing, or I'm a purist and I don't want to, use their stuff. That's fine. So we go over here, watch this. Go to tools, go down to voice typing. Now keep in mind, we got our keywords. Watch this. This is click to speak. Watch what happens, everyone. So I'm just going to talk naturally. I got my stuff up here. I got all the stuff that I got from ChatGPT, if I'm using it as an example. So now I want to build out stuff naturally because I don't like, using other stuff. It feels like cheating or whatever it is. Stop there. Put a period in. Go to the next paragraph and keep on talking. Keep in mind now, as we saw over here, in key search, watch this. Remember those words? Miniature ceramic house, tiny ceramic houses. I make sure that I get those words in because I want to rank #1 in Google. Remember that? Now I'm going to go and create the article itself. Go ahead and click on that again. Create the article, tighten it up, and put it out. I'm going to stop there. Everybody get that? See what's happening? Y'all must didn't see it because I don't see nothing in the chat. You see what's possible though? All right, let's see what I got. Yeah. So this is what's possible. We then are using stuff that we don't have to pay for to create like crazy. We already know that it's selling, so we're not guessing anymore. Okay. Let me see in the chat. Who gets it? Who gets it? Every hand should go up. Should be having nods. I can't see everybody. Got a lot of people in here, but I can see the chat. I get it. Kate, yes. I'm getting it. That's good. That's good. Hey, listen, I just want to tell you, I'm sitting over here like the Michael Jordan of all this, right? And say, well, you just shoot a whole bunch of free throws. And I'll be like, dude, I understand. That's why I'm here to help if you need the help. But I just wanted to show you that now we have these tools, these tips, these tricks, these templates that we can create anything. Get it out there, reasonably tested like the scientists that we become based on information that's already available to us. No more guessing. None of that stuff. It's selling. Great. That's my market. Where are the people? Oh, they're over here. I just need to get them over to my stuff. I got articles that are going to drive them in. And I want to show you this, what I put here. So snippet marketing video, we're going to put it out there. We get them over to our email lists so that we can literally sell to them forever. There's a term that I heard once that says, I'm going to sell them till they buy or die. So as long as they keep you on, they want you to send information to them, we email like heck. All right. Here's some math. Here's it is. Watch this math. I think Kate, Kat, you may have seen this math. 100 plus 1,000 equals what? Real quick, we got a few minutes. 100 plus 1,000 equals. Kate said this is new. All right. Combination frames. Yeah. Some of the tools you showed have some costs. So some do. Yes. Some have costs associated with it. Yes. Then, again, if I make a dime above my cost, I buy it. That's just me. But some things are free. And I like to try stuff for free, whether I'm using a 14-day trial or something like that. But like the ChatGPT, that's free unless you're using ChatGPT 4. I can use that. Perplexity is free. Now I use a couple of accounts so I can get as much as I possibly can, right? But if I wanted to pay the $20, I say to myself, is it giving me what I need? Am I saving enough money? Do I even save $20 worth where I was normally going to Fiverr or hiring somebody? And if it does that, then that's making me money above my cost. Then I go in. All right, now here's 100 plus 1,000. The math is this. If I got 100 people, let's say I got 1,000 people on my email list and they buy just $100 from me a month, $100 from me a year, that's $100,000 payday. Now, I know just about everybody's business in here. You can get people to buy at least one thing from you, two things from you, three things from you that equals $100. Now imagine if you had 1,000 people on your email list. They bought that's $100,000 payday. Not too bad, right? Now I have an email marketing course that I actually do, and I talk about that, and everybody goes, just $100? Yeah. Now our job is to, again, get people on our email list. That's why we want these landing pages that we can create very, very easily, very, very simply. We can use our ChatGPTs to create material that they might like in the space that we're in, that then gets them to go, hey, I want more information. All right, y'all sure y'all don't want to take a break? We're almost there. Watch this, y'all. The rule of 7. Has anyone heard of that before? Let me look in the chat. Who's heard of the rule of 7? That you have to have 7 touch points before people are ready to buy from you. Okay, Dr. Ganell's heard it. Yes, I have. Yeah. Well, I'm here to say that that's not actually true. They actually say, and I've looked high and low for all kind of, it actually is like 21 times before they're ready to buy from you. Because that's that know, like, trust you factor. So our question then becomes, what I like to do is I like to kind of game the system a little bit, is I say, can I put 7 different pieces in front of them? Because if you've ever seen a commercial and you go, man, I'm so tired of that commercial, the same music, it's an earwig, But if it's coming from different things and I'm seeing this information, then I say to myself, they must be pretty all right, because I'm seeing them everywhere. Watch this. I'm going to show you. I actually put up 10 of them because it just, let's just overdo it. Press release marketing. I just ran a campaign recently to a product. And I literally went over to Fiverr and called somebody else, or went over to Fiverr and says, hey, here's $25. That's all they charged. $3 for whatever. And I tipped them. And I says, I want you to do a press release. Here's the link. I put it in the press release and got all kinds of sales. Let me see. See if I can show you this. Got some stuff in here, but press release marketing. All right. Okay. I'll show you real quick. Because I said I'm going to be totally transparent with you because I want you to have a skill at this. I try to track everything via Bitly because it's free. And I hate to talk about so much free stuff. I'm not a cheap guy or nothing like that, but come on, man. Right. So watch this. So rewrite your financial situation book giveaway. 90 people went over there. Decision matrix. So I like to use it for a little bit of everything, right? Marketing funnels made easy. That's this class. 76 people went over there. So, and I try to track just about everything so I can see how many people went over there to see if it converted. And if it didn't, then why? Let's see, what's one of the recent ones? Okay, this one right here, marketing funnels made easy. Oh, this is one I just started, right? Book for you for free. And I did some press release marketing on that. It cost me $25. If I make just one sale from that, I've broken even. So to the question of when things cost, again, I try stuff, I try the free stuff, and then I see if it can earn me some money, and then I go ahead and buy it because I know I'm gonna make money above costs. So those are Bitly is free just for you to track your stuff, right? Rewrite your financial situations, just something I put on some different sites because I wanted to see. I was like being a scientist. Checked it out, made money. Right? Press release marketing, that's one. So I wanted to show you these apps before we jump off. Press release marketing, slideshare.net. Anybody heard of SlideShare? I want to show y'all something cool. It's 7:42. We got a little time. Let me see in the chat. Who's heard of SlideShare? This is fun. Me? Okay, who's that? Always heard of SlideShare. Not me, Kate. Okay. Annie, I haven't. Okay, so watch this. Open up another, let's say slideshare.com. Oh my gosh. I did a video on this the other day because I was like, oh my gosh, this is working out pretty good. So slideshare.com basically is where people upload PDFs. Now, couldn't we create a PDF really, really quick using ChatGPT or Perplexity? In our area, based on stuff that we want to talk about, niches, people literally go to SlideShare and find, get this, they find all kinds of stuff people are talking about. Here's somebody talking about ChatGPT, all kinds of different things, featured slide shares. It then becomes another kind of search engine. Write that down, slideshare.net. And they talk about all kinds of stuff. So watch this. Imagine, Annie, if you're doing a SlideShare, just a PowerPoint, literally, that's why they call it SlideShare. A PowerPoint, you for free upload it to them. You put your links to your website, your links to your products, your links to, and the search engine, that SlideShare, people already on here, and we do some of those same things. We get the keywords from the Perplexity or ChatGPTs, making sure we got the right stuff. We do an outline over there, Perplexity, ChatGPT. We create the PDF real quick, right? We can have Fiverr or someone like that do the actual PowerPoint. We load it up, load it with links that drive people to our stuff. I see a hand up. Go ahead, Dr. Ginnell.
Oh, that hand up was from earlier.
Oh, I'm sorry. Y'all should tell
It's
me.
all good.
I get going. I'm sorry.
Yeah, my question was, you sort of answered it earlier with regards to the tools. I specifically wanted to know about the key search because that content, it wasn't like mining, but it was like, these are the words that you should be using. That resource is only available if you pay for it, but you mentioned doing the trial to sort of like suss that information out.
Yeah,
So.
and once again, that's one of those things that could we use Google to do some of the same things? Yeah, you probably could. You know what I mean? We could kind of go to Google and do a couple of things, mess around with it, and find the same thing. It just takes us longer. A lot of these tools, whether it's Ahrefs or SEMrush or Ubersuggest, all of these tools that find keywords for you, they all ride on Google's API, period.
Right.
They just combine stuff in a way that, you know, makes it a little easy for you. But watch this. Let me get this because I want to be respectful of everyone's time. So look at this slide share, right? So then we are literally putting our stuff out there consistent with what we talked about. Press release marketing, slide share, cold email marketing, all of these are available to us. And if we are really aggressive, then we're doing the 7 touch points from 7 angles. That's the key. We can use one angle if we want to, because otherwise, you know, you say, well, and I'm gonna show you some tools that keeps us from going, oh my gosh, I'm going to too many areas, right? But if we take the Gary Vee approach and we say we're going to put them out on 5 to 7 different areas, we're going to do 10 to 20, whatever, then we're going to use some apps for that. But look at this. This is all what's available to us and more. Slideshare.com, cold email, LinkedIn newsletter. I showed you that. Article marketing using Medium, right? SMS for crazy open rates. SMS is, I open all the things that come to me via, now I get a little ticked off if it's not relative to me because I didn't do enough research. But if it is, I'll click on it and go to it. So SMS is really, really good. Now, a lot of these services, this one right here cost, and they cost a lot. Social media. Now, I like to say social media is boring to me. Right, I like to use the other ones, but here's one. Look at this, superpages.com. Anybody ever go to Superpages and find their people? Superpages, real quick, watch this. Oh man, I'm giving you all the goodies. Superpages.com, right? Superpages.com, you can then say, hey, what's nearby? I can go Kalamazoo. Let's say, no, I want Grand Rapids. Right, Grand Rapids, Michigan. So for some people that are looking for leads in their area, you can use Superpages and type in, let's say, you know, publishing companies in Grand Rapids, let's just say, because I was already looking at that. Because I got some things that I like to sell to publishing companies, right? Like some of this lead generation for their authors. They can hire me. Then I go and look at this, y'all. Superpages.com is free. It tells me where they are. It gives me their phone number. It gives me their website. It then, look at this. It then tells me we found 76 results for companies near Grand Rapids. So we talked about that lead generation and finding people for our products, something like that for free. Superpages.com, don't cost. Right? There's nothing up there that says it costs. It gives me a ton of information. I could just sit there with that, do it myself, or have someone on Fiverr or some cheap service, a virtual assistant, just say, I want you to call everybody. I want you to send them to my landing page and then go from there. Just saying. Are y'all with it? Okay, so that's another one. Superpages and then automated webinars. I'm going to give you an example. This right here will become an automated webinar. Right? You know, I can do all kind of stuff in terms of the information. I can strip out the words, right? Because it's already done. Use that as the words because we've gone for almost 2 hours. 2 hours of talking. And you all haven't, talked back. So let's see, I got 3 new messages. So my point is that you now have words, you got video. You can now take the video and break it up into 1 million pieces. Just saying. Becomes an automated webinar. So that can go out there. And I like to charge more for my automated webinars because I wanted people to come so they can be involved and talk about stuff. Other people do it differently. You should have been there. So you're going to, it's going to cost you more kind of a thing. Because I don't want people that have been to the thing and say, hey, that thing is only $20. Right? Okay. All right. So I had built in a break. And this is the last part 3. 10 more minutes, everybody, and we're done. Part 3, tools. Anybody here ever gone to tinywow.com? Let's see. Would you recommend webinars for product-based business? Oh, absolutely. For product-based businesses? Yes, because anytime you can describe how and what you're going to do for them, in other words, benefits, then they get an understanding of your concrete product and how it would benefit them. For example, let me see who's saying this. AC. So as you think about, you're going, I would like to show them a bit of how I do what I do, just so I can get them in the process. It's like when I watch a cooking show, I'm so into those cooking shows because they're just showing me all the cool stuff, right? Oh, they're showing me how the thing's going to ride. They're showing me putting it together. And it is the entertainment value of that that gets me in to know them, like them, trust them, and then get to the point where I want to buy from them. That's what's possible even with a physical product. So you're lensing what you're doing. You put it on a webinar, automated webinar, not necessarily the live ones. Then you have you doing the thing. It's just a video. You then have links throughout on the pages where you're asking them your call to action, right? You're saying, hey, would you like this product? We do shipping for X. And because they saw it somewhere, you have the opportunity to then ship it to them if that's what you do too. But they also have a chance to just see how you do it. And they go, and you say, yeah, every Saturday we do these shows every Saturday. You want to come? And they might go, yeah, I'll check it out. And then eventually they become a part of your email list that you're sending information to, getting to that point where you're saying, all I got to do is get them to buy $100 a year from me. 1,000 other people, and I can make 100 grand. Now, if I get them to buy $200, well, y'all can do the math. But if I get more than 1,000 people on my email list, which we could do over time because we're doing these things, we're talking to them, we're doing this press release marketing, we're doing these slide shares, we're doing these cold emails if we so desire. We are now hitting them from these different angles. Then we condense down how fast we can get our folks. And there's some other ways that we can get more people in by e-farming, solo ads, and all that kind of stuff. That's for another day. But my point is that our job then is to get more people into what we do, right? And then seeing what we do, we now have our grant. If you have a like Terry, you got a product that is here in Grand Rapids, you working with people, but I'm also being able to share this worldwide because sometimes somebody just might want to know that technique that you use that got somebody to get the crap out very, very fast. And they says, oh, Terry's got that. And I can download the how. Yes. You can sell that how. Y'all with it? With 10 minutes, with 8 minutes left, who got it? Who understands it? Yes. Okay. All right. You got a thought of that for products here? Yeah, makes sense. And one of the things I wanted to share is that as we go into some of the tools, the bonus part, right? Tools, apps to use. If we had more time, I would simply go into these, but I want to show you some of this stuff. I use TinyWow like just about every day, right? TinyWow, I am allowed with using TinyWow to take a PDF and edit it, take a PDF to Word, take a JPEG and put it in a PDF. All kinds of cool stuff that I can do with. Now, this is free as well, right? I can take a video, watch this video, compress it. You ever had them big videos and they won't, can't ship them anywhere, can't email them? Sometimes we need to come in here and compress them. This is the part I like the most. Audio, I could take the audio. Remember, I told you I'm going to take the audio out. I'm going to now create maybe a mini book from this because I can take the audio, put it into TinyWow, create text, all kinds of stuff. Now you got a book that is reasonably, that's a reasonable book because you had an outline. And this is one of the reasons why I did the outline like here, if you notice. Made sure that, okay, let me sure I cover these areas. We go into part 1, we go into part 2. And the reason I did this is because now when I take the words out, and this is what I want to share with all of you, is that as you're talking to people, even if you're doing it for free or whatever, you then are now repurposing that into all kinds of earning opportunities. Everybody get it? All these other, like I said, I was going to give you a lot, right? And then if you want me to help you bolt on some of this stuff, that's great. Or if you say, bro, I got it, I'm out. That's fine too. But now the skill that you can then that you've hopefully gotten from this is that I now know what a tool to use for this, that, and the other. All I have to do is apply it. Now that part, some of that I can't help you with. Now, if you give me permission, then I'll text you and call you and send you an email and maybe send a pigeon or something to tap on your window and says, "Are you working on this?" Whatever it is. The point is, think about these things, use them. TinyWow, Google voice to text. I showed y'all that. Canva to create everything. Canva has become another go-to thing. I didn't like Canva for a long time. I was using Snappa and all kind of other stuff. But Canva has gotten a lot of money in because I think they were going public, or they sold shares in their company. And they just went out and started buying companies that did all kinds of stuff. And they're just an amazing tool now that we can use to create everything that we want to create, and or get this, hire someone, maybe give them your password or whatever, and just says go. So all they do is do these things for you. We now have Perplexity. I've talked about that. ChatGPT, OpenAI's ChatGPT. Another one, get this. So when I talk about being able to share in all these different places, this is one I want to show you, right? I talked about social media. It's boring. Yeah, it is. But when I talk about putting this stuff out there so you can get these 7 touches, not just 7 touches, but from 7 angles, that's the key. So what if we did 3 touches from 7 angles? That's that 21 times where they see you from different things and they go, huh, that person must be for real because I'm seeing them everywhere. We then can use a tool called metricool.com to post everything. Literally. We can build out that thing for 6 months of content. We keep our Perplexity to find out what's current, go in, or you can just say, I just want to put it on autopilot. Now this is not free, right? This is Metricool. I think it cost me $29 a month or something like that. But I'm okay with that because I'm able to schedule stuff out, so that saves me time. It saves me a ton of money because I used to have my virtual assistants and stuff like that, and I had to explain stuff too much or whatever, right? I didn't have a lot of stateside people. That's probably why. But now I can schedule it, or I can give it to my virtual assistant and say, schedule this. Here's what I'm thinking. Or if I have a change, I send it over to them. Boom. So Kat, you being in that space, you use a tool like this, and then you go get the business and make it easy on yourself. So you're not constantly having to schedule stuff out every day. You've made it easy for yourself. System.io. Yeah. And like Dr. Gaynell says, Dr. Gaynell, you still got your hand up, or is that one still?
Oh, no, that's from prior.
Oh, okay. So System.io, I like to use it because it gives me a chance to, do just about everything. I do my automated webinars, my email marketing, my funnels, my courses, and that one cost me, right? But I did exhaustive searches and used just about every tool known to persons, right? And I found this one to be, it's a ClickFunnels killer to me because it's better than ClickFunnels and way, way less expensive. Meet Glimpse. So hopefully you all are being able to take some notes on this. Meetglimpse.com. This right here will tell me what's being talked about on social media, y'all. What's out there being talked about, trends. So then we create from those trends based on what people are literally discussing. We get to hear their problems. This one costs, I think, about $29 a month. Of course, Fiverr. Everybody knows Fiverr. We should be leveraging ourselves for pennies. I'm not sending out press releases to how many places? I think they send it out to over 400 places. I'm not doing that. That'd take me too much time. So I paid them $25 plus $3 for taxes, and then I gave them a $5 tip. And they charged me tax on that, dude. I'll take that every day. Here's one I want to share with you all as the last thing is snaptick.app. You know how we see these really cool TikTok videos? Like, man, that's really cool. Snaptick.app. You can download that. Get this. You can download that TikTok video. This is free too. Download the TikTok video. Go over to TinyWow. Say, what are they talking about here? Have that converted from video to text. Put the text in Perplexity or ChatGPT and says, create something from this. Put it up on your site. as an article, all kinds of stuff. All right, y'all. We're at 8 o'clock. And any questions that you have, this is the time. Hopefully your brain is going, smoking, because it will filter out. It will filter out. It will filter out. Trust. But now you at least have the information. You know where to go. You now know what tools to use. Hopefully you say to yourself, I now, when applied, have a skill, not just information. Okay, I'll see you later, Kate. All right. Any questions that you can throw it, or somebody, y'all can come on and ask me a couple of things. I'm here for you. If you've gotten enough, let's see what I got. A couple more messages. Yeah.
Randy, you killed it. That was awesome.
Brains in overdrive. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. I appreciate it. Keep in mind, I had to go kind of fast at the end because there's so much more. So much more. So, any questions? Anybody else? Any questions that you might have? I'm here. I got time.
Jamie and I are out. We'll talk to you later.
Okay. Talk to you later.
Thanks, Randy.
Heading out too, Randy. Thank you. That was awesome. We'll set up a time to talk to you soon.
Okay. So helpful, Randy. Thank you. Many ideas. Yeah. Okay. Great. Awesome. I appreciate every single one of you. And I'll talk to you all a little bit later.